We're going to be talking today about 5 healthy foods that can be causing you some belly bloating issues. So today, guys, you know we've been on this kick. We've been talking about bloating, particularly because it's the holiday season. And quite frankly, sometimes we have that accidental indulgence and then we have like bloating issues, right? Our belly's pooching out, our jeans don't quite close, and we set in that it's very important that you get rid of that bloating in between events. Because when you feel in control, you are more in control and you make better choices. And getting rid of that bloating helps you to feel more in control. Today, I'm talking about foods that you may be eating that are perfectly healthy, so to speak, or that may be a normal part of your weight loss nutrition approach that could be contributing to belly bloat. So number 1, first thing that you need to know, the first healthy food that you may be eating that are contributing to belly bloating would be cruciferous vegetables, guys. So that would be like your broccoli, that would be cabbage, that would be cauliflower, foods that fall into that category. Those are foods that are healthy, they're high in fiber, they're great. However, they could be contributing to your bloating. What goes on with that is there is a sugar in those vegetables called raffinose. And raffinose is not easily digestible, okay? So in the process of being as your body tries to break it down, it can produce gas and it can produce bloating. So, and here's the thing, we just can't win. No, we can. Here's what I'm going to tell you. So the more you eat these types of foods, your digestive system gets stronger. It's able to break them down without any type of bloating. Like I eat broccoli regularly and it does not cause me any type of bloating. However, when you are intentionally following like a de-bloating protocol, say after, an accidental indulgence, you may want to forego the cruciferous vegetables because if you're already bloated from eating some things that you don't normally eat or from eating too much, those may contribute to belly bloating. So is through the filter of you're trying to de-bloat because you already have bloating. So these are foods that you may typically try and eat to help you get rid of that water retention, help you get rid of that bloating that may actually be counterproductive. So I do not at all want you guys to go thinking that you cannot eat broccoli or cabbage or cauliflower because those are staples in my diet. However, they are cruciferous vegetables, and for some people that causes issues, and if you're following a de-bloat plan, you may not want to include those. Healthy food number 2. Okay? Healthy food, and I'm putting the healthy in quotes, number 2, that is maybe part of your weight management program that could absolutely be causing you some bloating issues, artificial sweeteners, which is why I put the healthy in quotes, because everybody has an opinion, right, on whether or not artificial sweeteners are actually healthy. However, many people do include, Splenda and Equal, and some people even Sweet and Low Still and things like that, or just like sugar alcohols. Like some people include that in their healthy eating program as a way to reduce their sugar intake and still enjoy sweet foods, right? And I will tell you, I used to be a Splenda addict. Like I had Splenda in everything. And I can tell you from personal experience that too much artificial sweeteners in your diet can absolutely cause belly bloating. As a matter of fact, when I gave up artificial sweeteners, I was able to maintain a flatter stomach without being as strict on my diet. And something else, maybe a little bit TMI, like my gas issues pretty much disappeared. My gas issues were highly related to eating too many artificial sweeteners. So, and again, the reason behind that is, again, some of the compounds in artificial sweeteners are just, your body does not digest them well. Your body is not able to break them down. And as it tries, as that happens, guys, you're getting bloated and you're producing gas. Point number 3, guys. Point number 3, or healthy food number 3 that you may be eating that could be contributing to your belly bloating: beans, lentils, peas, soybeans, you guys. Like I've included like beans in my, I won't even get into the story about the time that I got rid of all meat and ate mostly beans for weight loss. That's a whole nother story, but I've included beans in my program before to get more fiber. I've included beans in my program to get more protein, etc. However, guys, the fiber and some of the sugars in beans as well may not be as well digested by some people. Also, dramatically increasing the amount of beans or fiber of any kind, really, especially from grains or like grains and beans and things like that you're getting, could cause bloating. So again, these are healthy foods, right? So these are not foods that I'm telling you not to eat, because by the time I finish this list, if that's the way you take it, and for some people that doesn't work as well, okay? For weight loss for sure, but definitely for bloating. The reason why with the weight loss, and this is a tangent, okay? So this is a tangent. The reason why with weight loss is because you're getting like 2 to 3 times more carbohydrates or starch as you're getting protein. So in order to get a sufficient amount of protein, you're getting a whole bunch of starch too. And having too much starch, right, is not all that weight loss friendly. So that's the reason behind why with the weight loss. But with the bloating, it's just the fiber and the sugars as well that are in beans are not as easily digestible by some people, and it could be causing you more belly bloating. So again, you can eat these things, guys, but if you are on a de-bloat, if you're trying to get rid of bloating from the weekend's indulgences, you may want to lay off on these foods for 1 to 3 days. That's all I'm saying. So thing number 4, guys, healthy food number 4. Healthy food number 4 would be dairy. Guys, lactose. Lactose is the sugar that is in dairy. Okay, lactose is the sugar that is in dairy, and some people are intolerant. And some people are just sensitive. So if you went to the doctor, they would not tell you you were lactose intolerant. However, you have a sensitivity and it may lead to a little bit of bloating. So again, if you are trying to get rid of bloating, you want to go ahead and for 1 to 3 days, avoid the dairy just in case, right? Because if you're not sensitive or intolerant and you avoid it for 1 to 3 days to help get rid of the bloating, nothing lost, right? If you are and you don't avoid it, well, then you're going to not really get rid of the bloating. Number 5 and final things, you guys. 5 and final thing that you want to watch out for when it comes to belly bloating is salty food. Now, again, I'm putting healthy in quotes, right? Because most of us don't think that highly salted foods are healthy. However, some of us may not realize how much salt is in some of the foods that we're consuming. So if you're doing like those diet microwavable meals, very salty, right? When you eat out, most times high in sodium. Again, not saying that salt itself is bad. However, I am saying if you are purposely trying to get rid of belly bloating, then you want to keep the salt moderate and you want to minimize your intake, guys, of processed foods, okay? So again, I'm not saying that you can't have any salt. As a matter of fact, going salt-free, if you don't have a health issue and your doctor doesn't tell you to, can actually cause the opposite problem. Because I can tell you a story about a friend who this is during my competitive days, she went completely salt-free, you guys, right? So she went salt-free, and then every single time she would go to a restaurant, even if she told them no oil, no seasoning, no this, no that, because she had totally cut sodium out of her diet as much as humanly possible. So I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying that if you're doing a de-bloat protocol, then you want to avoid processed, highly salted foods. All right, guys? So that was it. Those were the 5 healthy foods that you may be eating that can be causing belly bloating. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold this up, guys, 1 through 5, so that you can see it.